guys, it's Lily. I'm back with Simple Abundance, a daybook of comfort and joy by Sarah Ban Breathnach. I'm reading from the beginning of the book since it's the new year. And we're starting with forward, and the first few pages are by Sarah Ban Breathnach herself. Okay. Often people attempt to live their lives backwards. They try to have more things or more money in order to do more of what they want so that they will be happier. The way it actually works is the reverse. You must first be who you really are, then do what you need to do in order to have what you want. That quote was by Margaret Young. Several years ago, after I'd written 2 books celebrating 19th century domestic life, I was about to begin writing one on Victorian decorative details, but the thought of ruminating on ruffles and flourishes for a year brought dread to my heart. What I wanted to write was a book that would show me how to reconcile my deepest spiritual, authentic, and creative longings with often overwhelming and conflicting commitments to my husband and daughter, invalid mother, work at home, work in the world, siblings, friends, and community. I knew I wasn't the only woman hurting through real life as if it were an out-of-body experience. I knew I wasn't the only woman frazzled, depressed, worn to raveling, but I also knew I certainly wasn't the woman with the answers. I didn't even know the questions. I wanted so much money, success, recognition, genuine creative expressions, but I had absolutely no clue as to what I truly needed. At times, my passion, hungers were so vigorous I could deal with them only through denial. I was a workaholic, caterholic, a perfectionist. I couldn't remember the last time I was kind to myself. Was I ever? More often, it feels comfortable to admit I was an angry, envious woman, constantly comparing myself to others, only to become resentful because of what seemed to be missing from my life. Although I couldn't have told you what it was, the secret sense of longing attributed to a perpetual state of guilt, because I shared my life with a marvelous man and our smart, sweet, witty, beautiful child whom I adore. I had so much. I felt as if I didn't have the right to want more. Money was an enormous, emotionally charged issue that controlled my ability to be happy because I let it. Money was the only way I could measure my success and my self-worth. If I couldn't write a check on my accomplishments, they didn't exist. Frustrated and unable to fathom why some women appeared to lead much more fulfilled lives, even though I was constantly connecting all the dots. I cared between my feelings that I was frittering my life away to feeling that I was sacrificing it on an altar of my own ambition. I was a woman in despair, needed of simple abundance. But before this book could be written, I had to take stock of what was working in my life and what wasn't. Perhaps for the first time I had to be ruthless, honest, both inwardly and outwardly. During this time of profound introspection, 6 practical, creative, and spiritual principles: gratitude, simplicity, order, harmony, beauty, and joy became the catalyst that helped me define a life of my own. One morning awoke to the realization that almost imperturbably I'd become a happy woman, experiencing more moments of contentment than distress. Feeling confident again, I proposed writing a downshifting lifestyle book for women who want, as I do, to live by their own light. But the book you're reading now bears absolutely no resemblance to the book I began or to the book my editor expected. While I wrote 2 years, Simple Abundance underwent an extraordinary metamorphosis, as did I. On the page every morning, spiritually authenticity and creativity converged into an intimate search for wholeness. I began writing about eliminating clutter and ending up on a safari of the self and spirit. No one is more astonished by this than I am. As Simple Abundance evolves from creating a manageable life into living in a state of grace, I began to barely recognize the woman I once was. Simple Abundance has enabled me to encounter everyday epiphanies, find the sacred in the ordinary, the mystical in the mundane, fully enter into the sacrament of the present moment. I've made the unexpected but thrilling discovery that everything in my life is significant enough to be a continuous source of reflection, revelation, and recognition. Bad hair, mood swings, carpools, excruciating deadlines, overdrawn bank accounts, dirty floors, grocery shopping, exhaustion, illness, nothing to wear, unexpected company, even the final 25 pounds. Simple Abundance has reminded me what to do with a few loaves and fishes, and has shown me how to spin straw into gold. Simple Abundance has given me the transcendent awareness that an authentic life is the most personal form of worship. Every day has become my prayer. Writing Simple Abundance has brought me to the awareness that the that the reaction I was so unhappy, frustrated, resentful, envious, and angry was because I wasn't living the real life for which I was created. An authentic life I try now to. At least I can now recognize boundaries. What's more, I'm great gratitude starting to send them. For women in the 1990s, this is nothing less than miraculous. I don't have $1 million in my bank account, but I now realize that abundance and lack are parallel realities. Every day I make the choice of which one to inhibit. Now I understand that all my hours aren't billable. Finding a quiet center in which to create a sustained and authentic life has become essential as breathing. I know all this because at the heart of the Simple Abundance journey is an exhilarating and earth-rumbling awakening, one that is utterly changing now I view myself and my daily round. The authentic self is the soul made visible. This book is organized as a walk through the year, beginning on New Year's Day. But if this book finds its way to you in April, don't think that you can't use it. I would suggest, however, that you go back to read the month of January, in which the 6 simple abundance principles and how they work are explained. February is devoted to escaping your authentic self. After that, each month ruminates to find your authenticity in your daily rounds. The domestic art, work, beauty, fashion, and personal pursuit that brings contentment. Reading books change lives, so does writing them. May simple abundance throughout its gentle lesson of comfort and joy help you find the authentic life you were born to live. And the first few pages were written by Sarah Ban Breathnach in May of 1995. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye!